I slammed the brakes so hard my coffee splashed across the windshield, but I barely noticed. In broad daylight, 5 strangers were looting my private storage barn like it was a flea market, and there in the center stood Brenda Sterling, HOA tyrant, smirking like she'd annexed my land. One guy dragged my canoe across the grass, another hauled 2 patio chairs, and I swear to God, someone wheeled my generator away. I leapt from my truck, pulse racing, voice sharp. "What the hell are you doing?" Brenda turned, clipboard raised like a scepter. The HOA voted. "Your storage is now community overflow." "You weren't using it," she said, smiling like she'd done me a favor. I scanned for hidden cameras. This had to be a prank. No dice. These folks were raiding my barn like it was public domain. I stormed over, flung the door wide. My tool wall gaped bare. Camping stove gone. A tarp pulled back, revealing my grandpa's vintage dirt bike, chrome scratched. 5 minutes to get off my land, I growled, rage barely leashed. Brenda laughed. "You're on HOA land now. We redrew boundaries last year." "Read the notice," she tapped her clipboard. "Voted, like a medieval heist." I whipped out my phone, filming. "Smile, Brenda. This hits the neighborhood page, then my lawyer." Her grin flickered, but she doubled down. "Bylaws. You agreed when you moved here." I shot back, "I've got a deed. Built this barn myself on my land, behind a gate you broke." "Explain that to a judge." She blinked, waved her crew to hurry. "Wrap it up, folks." They piled into SUVs, peeling out like they'd hit a thrift store jackpot. I surveyed the damage. Extension cords missing, paint cans toppled, a muddy footprint on my fridge door, and worst, a greasy McDonald's bag on my workbench, their careless signature. I snapped photos. Every gap, scuff, cut lock. Evidence, not anger. That night, sleep dodged me. I scoured HOA bylaws on my tablet, finding a vague clause, communal storage, may be utilized if property underutilized 90+ days. Shady, likely illegal, perfect for Brenda's twist. A 6-month-old newsletter buried one line, storage options may be discussed. No specifics, no vote. Morning, I flew my drone, full aerial scan of my land, and their looting footage. Caught neighbors using my mower, blower, one tying a tarp over my canoe. Another hauling my umbrella like war loot. I edited a reel, posted it to the local Facebook group. HOA says my barn's free storage. Here's what they took. It blew up. 400 likes, 300 comments in hours. Half raged, half defended Brenda, like HOA cultists. She commented, "Keep it civil." Board acted for fairness. Someone fired back. "Fairness isn't breaking and entering, Brenda," I replied. By noon, for violation notices hit my inbox. Unauthorized signage, unsecured property, visual clutter, threatening behavior. Brenda's note, "Reconsider your tone before escalation." I laughed. She hadn't seen escalation. I called Vince, my cousin, a real estate lawyer who loathed HOA scams. I laid it out. He cackled. "They broke in, used your stuff, forged docs?" "Oh, we're going to have fun," he said. "Hold off new locks, gather footage, emails, bylaws. Line up the chessboard." That evening, a plan be brewed. I eyed the barn's broken latch, gas and fry stench, and grinned. Gloves off. If they saw my land as their garage, they'd learn better. Next morning, I hit Pete's lock shop. Pete, sipping coffee, eyed me wearily. "You cut my barn lock 3 days ago," I said. He nodded. "HOA job." Brenda showed me her docs. He scratched his head. "Letter, HOA stamp. Looked legit." "That barn's private, not HOA," I said. "You trespassed." Pete tensed. "I cut what's paid for." I softened. "Email me that letter." "She conned you." He agreed, wary. Back home, Vince whistled at Pete's story. Classic overreach. They think badges grant power. Photos, timestamps make it airtight. Locks, signs now. I planned a hardware run, but unease hit. Too many cars on my street. My gate, locked yesterday, swung open. Tables lined my barn, boxes, bins, signs, community yard sale. I nearly snapped the wheel. HOA folks sipped lemonade, waving like it was a picnic. I marched up. "What's this?" A woman smiled. "Brenda said it's fine." One day, I flung the barn door. More tools gone. My compressor missing. Teens lounging in my chairs. Brenda appeared, sunglasses, coral visor, clipboard. "You're aggressive," she scribbled. I pointed. "You're selling on my land, not HOA's. Her tone shifted. "Board approved a one-day event. You missed the vote." I filmed. "Say it louder." "You authorized using my private property." Her smile wavered. A news van rolled up. My drone post drew them. Reporter Leia stepped out. Brenda pivoted. "Community sharing event." I cut in. "This is my deeded land, not HOA's. They broke my lock, stole tools, now sell my stuff." The camera panned. Neighbors froze. Brenda's eyes darted. By dusk, tables vanished, cars gone. I called Cowboy, a contractor pal, and we swapped locks, steel barn latch, reinforced gate, shed padlock under floodlights. I posted signs, private property, trespassers prosecuted, under surveillance. 3 new cams, barn door, gate, perimeter. No games. Morning brought Brenda's retaliation, 4 fines taped to my door, nighttime construction, hostile signage, bad cameras, intimidation. Her note, same escalation threat. I cackled, scaring my dog, and mailed copies to Vince. "Flimsy," he said. "Time to hit our cease and desist." Listed lock cutting, sale, forgery, trespass, demanding damages, fees. Printed on thick stock, I recorded dropping it at the HOA box. A silver SUV parked by my barn next on, plate HOA 4LF, sticky note, shared resource. "Don't block. Brenda." I snapped pics, texted Vince. "Ready?" he asked. "How many cars?" 3. SUV, sedan, truck. On my grass. "You've got 'em," he said. "Tow time." Big C arrived past midnight, winch ready, grinning. "HOA clowns?" I nodded. "Warned," I emphasized. "Still here." He towed the sedan in 10 minutes, then Brenda's SUV. "Careful, no scratches, no excuses." Notes staked, vehicle removed. Private property. Dave's lot. Fees apply. By 8:30 a.m., Brenda roared up in a golf cart, 2 board members and a guy with a camcorder trailing. "You're going to jail," she shrieked. I held the cease and desist, served last week. Trespassing violations. Footage. Lawyer ready. She waved it off. "We're a governing body." I stepped closer. "Your Etsy mom's making up laws." "My land's mine, tested in court." The camcorder rolled. Brenda screamed, "Retaliation meeting." I shrugged. My barn was clear, locks tight, HOA on defense. Facebook erupted. Blurry shot of Brenda's meltdown. Caption: Brenda Toad blames Constitution. Comments split. Some cried over spilled pie. I got invited to the HOA's crisis meeting in a garage, folding chairs, urgent sign. 20 showed. Brenda, haggard, preached unity, blaming me. I stood. Not on the board, but neither are they. Ron, the snack guy, backed me. I listed broken lock, forgery, sale, fines, footage. Brenda knew it's private, I said. Victoria, from Exports, stood. She emailed. We pretended shared. Gasps. Questions flew. Fines, lies. Janet, Brenda's ally, snapped, "You risked us legally." Brenda screamed, "Mutiny." Ron, "Accountability." Board members quit, demanded audits, limits. Brenda fled, clipboard and tow. 3 days later, a summons. Brenda sued for interference, anguish, defamation, claiming I humiliated her online. I laughed, sent it to Vince. "She's gifting us," he said, drafting a countersuit, trespass, damage, distress. Victoria called, nervous. Brenda deleted emails saying you're passive. Use the barn. He sent screenshots. Gold. Our suit named Brenda, not HOA, with every clip, email, witness. Court day, I wore my dad's retirement shirt. Calm, not smug. Brenda arrived, folder bulging, lawyer unprepared. Judge Clara, sharp-eyed, scanned both claims. You entered his property, sold his goods, ignored cease and desist, now cried defamation? Brenda wheedled. He shamed me online. Grocery store laughs. Clara, did you forge documents? Brenda hedged. Board assumed. Clara cut her off. Answer, yes. Vince handed evidence, emails, photos, footage. Clara ruled. Brenda's suit dismissed, mine upheld. $114,600 damages, cease and desist permanent, violations fined. Brenda deflated. I stood, steady. Justice won. Back home, silence reigned. No cars, tables. I carved a barn sign. Private. Trespassers towed. Typo kept. Frog badge glued. Neighbors snapped selfies. It was folklore. HOA scrambled. Brenda resigned, citing persecution, rumored stirring trouble elsewhere. I pitted her dock, saved the barn, hummed. Nate, the woodworker, rented a corner. Fair deal. Chairs gifted. Seasons shifted. Potlucks bloomed, no tablecloth fights. Janet gave cookies. Frogs hilarious. My drone filmed calm skies, posted final flight. Comments cheered. Folks wanted frog signs, towed secure, maybe a side gig. A motion sensor light system went up. Overkill, but peace earned. Grandpa's toolbox, found behind tarps, held his note. Measure twice, cut once. No idiots. I laughed. His wisdom fit. The barn was mine, tools, memories, quiet. Brenda's rope hung her. Rain my land stood, frog watching, piece carved. Would you like me to make any further adjustments?